Hey guys, Christy here. I am so happy you're watching my video, and if you're interested in twin flame, the law of attraction, positive mental attitude, spiritual journey, and general topics, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like as it helps my videos get seen. Today, I want to talk about fear-based love versus unconditional love, and as it relates to the twin flame journey. So just to jump right in, most of us, including myself, have operated in a fear-based love our entire lives. A fear-based love is one that operates around fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of abandonment, fear of being alone. Most relationships and love, even healthy ones, are rooted in this type of love. When you meet your twin flame, that is one of the biggest things that you're hurled into, is this world of unconditional love that you didn't even know existed. But again, it's the point, like I've said in my other videos, our ascension and our spiritual awakening is what causes us to learn to figure out what that unconditional love is all about. Most people operate in fear-based love, and their relationships are based in that. Either people are surviving, they stay in relationships for 30 years with people that they tolerate, out of fear of being alone, fear of failure. Some people stay in dysfunctional, toxic relationships where horrible things are done to one another. Again, if you think about it, why would you do that? Fear, because the love is based in fear. It's based in fear of not being enough, fear of you leaving me first, fear of I've put 10 years into this and I failed, fear of, again, abandonment. A lot of us have those fear of abandonment issues as a child for whatever reason. The twin flame journey is one of ascension. And that ascension is what triggers your alignment to what is called unconditional love. Unconditional love is a verb. It is not based in fear. It is not based in what can you do for me? What can I get you to do? What can I get out of this? It is the first thing that is triggered in you is the desire to almost put that person before yourself. And it can be almost, the scale can be unhealthy at first until you get to that place of like figuring this out really. There's a few things that I want to talk about in the unconditional love versus fear-based love journey that you are on when you meet your twin flame. Integrity and boundaries. First, I'll talk about boundaries. So this is a hot topic in the twin flame community, as usually when you meet your twin flame, it's not an opportune time. They are probably in a relationship. You are. They have some sort of job that their mind tells them they could never leave. For some reason with twins, by design, the obstacles seem so large. And I know that's there to keep you guys in that separation phase for a while, because it's kind of like God saying, no. You need to stay over here and you need to stay over here because something beautiful is happening to both of you. And I need you guys to stay apart while that happens. And I need you to stay in this dysfunctional relationship a little bit longer because it's teaching you. It's showing you what this is and what that is and what you really want and need. That separation is there for a reason. And during that separation phase, that's where the challenges rise up, because we're thrown into this new dynamic of love that we've never known. Most of us, our whole life, it's what can you do for me? If you're not performing properly for me, you owe me something. If I'm not getting what I want or need, then you're obligated to me to do that or else, essentially. When you first start to figure out that, hey, this is different. I have this love for this person and it doesn't require anything of them. It's just there. when you first start to figure that out, you're kind of juggling. How do I handle this, right? Like, I love this person so much. Doesn't matter what they do, I love them. But boundaries and integrity still play a part in this unconditional love, and I'm going to explain how that is beneficial to both of you. So first off, let's talk about unhealthy boundaries versus healthy boundaries. Boundaries rooted in fear, love that is based on fear, are manipulative. That's it, bottom line. If you can think of any boundary you've set or anything that you've done in a relationship to try to get something to change, if you think about it, it's usually based in some sort of manipulative attitude, right? Like, even if you're not trying to harm that person, you're still doing something to try to get them to do something in return. So I'm breaking up with you, even though you have really no intention. Let me see what they're going to do. I am going to flirt with other people because that will piss this person off, and then they'll do what I want. I will cut you off because you'll come chasing after me. So many people are in relationships like a hamster wheel of this type of stuff over and over. And I think at first, someone that is setting manipulative boundaries, you can get the other person to do what you want, right? Because that fear, again, fear of loss. Fear of, if I don't do this, this person will leave me and I'll be alone. If I don't do this, this person will leave me and I will have failed at this attempt of relationship. But really what happens when you set boundaries that are manipulative or fear-based, which is 99% of the time in relationships, you can't go out because there's girls there. You know what I mean? Just whatever it is. Resentment becomes the basis of your relationship. You eventually get to the point where you're sitting next to this person almost irritated. Like, I don't even like you anymore. That's what happens in most relationships. When someone is forcing your hand at something, there's no way as a human being that you're not going to get to the place of resentment. That's just how we work. And 99% of the time, that's how relationships are, even if it's not malicious. Now, on the other hand of that, boundaries rooted in unconditional love are not set to force the other person to do something for you. They are set because you know it's the highest good of both of you. So, for example, twin flames usually come together with another relationship in play. It's so common. But we're drawn together, right? So we want to keep talking. We want to share each other's energy because it just feels so good. But in the beginning of this, one or both twin flames may be stuck in a karmic relationship, a dysfunctional, or just one that they're not supposed to be in. But again, by design, they stay in these to heal and to learn. And they may still come to you and say, sexual, non-sexual, whatever. In the beginning, before you learn this unconditional love, you may take part in that. And that might leave you not feeling so good, right? Because part of boundaries for our own soul is not harming each other. And you know that if you guys are twin flames, it's of your highest good to be together in a relationship that serves both of you. Now, setting a boundary of, I love you, I always love you, I'm always going to be here for you, but we need to step into this sacred relationship, because it is sacred, in the proper manner. Not to get them to leave their relationship, not to get them to miss you or feel like they're going to lose you, but because you know it's of the highest good for both of you, and that in the end you're almost looking out for your relationship, right? Because you know that that is going to be something you look back on and you're thankful for, that you did it the right way. Those are boundaries that would be set in unconditional love versus fear or manipulation. And that takes a little while to learn on this twin flame journey. We're human beings, right? Just because you're going through a spiritual awakening doesn't mean you're all of a sudden, perfect, Jesus. Like, we still struggle. But that's just an example, I would say, of the difference between unhealthy, fear-based boundaries and boundaries based in unconditional love. Another topic would be integrity. And integrity would be, again, something that you do for the highest good of both of you, not to manipulate, not to cause the other person to do something, but the integrity of your sacred relationship because you unconditionally love this person. If you're watching this video, you're probably on the twin flame journey. A lot of you might be the divine feminine portion of the relationship, which means that you probably woke up first. And I used to hate that because it felt so lonely, like a cruel joke almost. How could I be thrown into this biggest thing I'll ever do in my life alone? Like, I'm here alone. He's not with me. But I've started to view it as a beautiful honor. You get to lead the situation. You get to lead this person that you love so much, hopefully, even if it's not into a relationship with you, hopefully into union with themselves. What a beautiful honor that is, right? And so if you are awake and you know these things, lead this person with integrity and unconditional love, even if they, for whatever reason, decided not to follow what I believe is their sole purpose and be with you. You still would want that person to have that overwhelming love for themselves because that's how much you love them. Most people live their entire lives based in fear. Fear of loss, fear of abandonment, fear of failure. This twin flame journey is not one based in fear. And that is one of the biggest things that you will learn and the biggest purpose, because it not only you do get to put that love onto them, that beautiful unconditional love that doesn't require anything, but you get to give that love to yourself. Every day that I'm on this journey, I learn more, I see more, I understand more, I feel like I love more. This is the biggest thing you'll ever do in your life and the most significant. I mean, not everybody gets to find their soul's purpose. Maybe some just choose to ignore it. Like, I've known since I was little there was something big out there for me. And what a beautiful thing this is, right? Like, I think about it all the time, that how beautiful it will be if we get to do this together, because life is about so much more than going to work, coming home, eating dinner, and tolerating the person sitting next to you. I always knew that there was this beautiful love that existed. And even if it's just myself that I get to give it to in the end. Just to wrap this up, I would say one of the biggest differences between unconditional and fear-based love is where that is coming from and what are your intentions, essentially. If you're struggling on what to do with your twin flame, do I cut them off? Do I block them? Do I just remember that anything that you do that is based in a manipulative spirit or a spirit of winning or what can I get is probably coming from fear. Unconditional love just doesn't do that. Unconditional love is, your soul just is. Your soul is still and calm and peaceful. And I think that when twin flames end up in a relationship, that's the beautiful thing, is they get to just be. That type of love is safe and it is fulfilling because it doesn't require you to get on that hamster wheel. I'm going to try to talk about different topics like this because these are the things that I think about and the things that I've learned. And I'm just hoping that someone that might be struggling on what to do, that this might help them kind of maybe just write a checklist down of where they're coming from and decide what that looks like for them as far as unconditional love goes. Because that's what this twin flame journey is, guys. Unconditional love for yourself and your counterpart. I'd love for you to subscribe to my video and give it a like. I'm just going to try to film whenever I can and talk about different things like this. I hope you guys are doing well. And if you are in the twin flame journey and you would like someone to chat with, feel free to go over to Instagram and follow me. My account is ChristyLynn1111. I'd love to chat with you. I have so many friends right now that are doing this with me, and it's made it so much easier. So I'm always available to chat any questions you might have. I've been doing this for a little while now, and yeah, I feel like this is kind of my soul's purpose at this point. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Thanks. Bye.